What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Tubeway Army, and we're going back for the second version of I Nearly Married a Human by Gary Numan. So what's the deal? Okay, are you gonna move or no? We're gonna do one of these. Well, we're still in the same boat. We don't know what your intent is. I'm going to come around this way, see if I can't swoop in. Maybe we're going up there, okay. And yes, I Nearly Married a Human too. I expect it to be on some level similar, but presumably if it's given, a second version sort of label, then it must be different at least in some significant way. So let's hear it. This is Tubeway Army. The track is I Nearly Married a Human, and it's listed as 2, or I Nearly Married a Human 2. Well, certainly a different intro. Different arrangement, sequencing. It's like the same length as the first one, right? This one is what? As it literally ends, 6:38. Is that right? Hold on. Yeah, 6:38, and the first one is how long? Because I swear it was like to a note. No, I'm wrong. It's 6:31. So they're very close, but they're not identical. Either way, the pieces, like the sonic pieces, feel identical, just, arranged slightly differently. The beginning is where it immediately stood out to me, because I remember the drone starting the version 1, and then that sort of cyclical, trance-inducing percussive rhythm came in. In this case, it was the reverse. The drone came, 10, 12 seconds in or something like that. And I have no doubt, section-wise, it probably went through the different segments slightly differently, or in, different order. But in the moment, I was just sort of lost in the visual drama of it. There are vocals. It's not an instrumental entirely, but it is by and large an instrumental track. And it's number one, it feels like a piece of score from a futuristic, android or robotic, sci-fi type movie, so very much fitting within the aesthetic and motifs that have been explored by Tubeway Army more generally, I would say, and from what I understand, much Numan solo as well, or at least material under his name. Nevertheless, ultimately it feels not too far away from the first one, so I suppose it comes down to a matter of preference in terms of the particular arrangement. Maybe I'm missing something, maybe there is a more fundamental difference, but in the moment it felt like it was just sort of patched or pieced together slightly differently, which, I know some techno producers who will they'll have two sort of different arrangements or chronologies of the same track, and they get sort of I like this, but I guess I'll do my regular version, and then I'll do a remix of my own track, because they're sort of they're on the fence about which version they'd rather use. But either way, another tune that very much fits this bizarre, abstract keyboard driven world that Numan's tunes seem to take place in sonically. So once again, shout out to Han Solo for sharing the Tubeway Army stuff, as well as the Numan solo stuff, which once we get through this, we will go back to. And in fact, in the moment, I'm forgetting what else we may have left after this. I downloaded this and the part 1 at the same time last time. So at this point, I didn't have to go back into the folder. It's just ready to go. So either way, we'll figure out whatever's next, and if it is indeed going back to Numan, then I believe we'll be going back to Pleasure Principle, which is, I had started that, and I was going through it before we then jumped back for the Tubeway Army stuff. So from this trance-inducing, honestly, I would it's another one where I was very in my head composing some story based on what the sonics were telling my brain. Either way, I think Luca enjoyed it as well. She was enraptured, no doubt, the whole time. Nevertheless, big shout out once again to folks sharing music with me, not just Tubeway Army and Numan, but all the heroes of the channel. And in any case, let me know what you think of this, and I will see you next time. Peace.